Hello, this is with Maxim. Sorry that I'm late. Who do I have online with me here? Can anyone hear me? Hey, who is this? Elijah? Yes, Doge is doing good. Who else do we have online here? This is with Maxim from Orange County, California. Alex, how are you? Victoria, where are you guys from? Jose, Cardano is ready to pop big time, guys. I just uploaded an update video for Cardano. Zozam, all right, those is making some move right now. Look no further. Samantha, yes, crypto is doing really well. To be honest, I'm really surprised at Bitcoin. Man, that thing is it's kind of like performed much better than I had anticipated. I was kind of concerned about the low volume, but this thing is just keep on making all-time high. It looks, I mean, it's looking really good. I would love to see the volume increase more, but hey, we'll take whatever we could. Jess Abram, hey man, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry, Jess. Who else? Pac-Man. Hey, Pac-Man. Jose, hello, why has Cardano has been sleeping so much? Well, here's one other thing that I don't know if you watched the video I uploaded like a couple of days ago on that. I mean, when you look at Cardano, you got to remember this here. Cardano ran from about. Wait a minute. What am I looking at here? Is it Cardano here? All right. Yeah, this is Cardano here. When you look at Cardano, it ran around like the mid of July. I mean, it popped from $1 all the way to $3. So it ran up a lot, and then lately, I mean, for like over 2 months, I mean, it has been in consolidations. It just that is very normal when you look at all of this thing. So and right now, look like Cardano is ready to make this move up. What's really impressive is yesterday it made a really nice spike up in price. I mean, when you look at this candle here, and then the thing that I like is when it closed the day, it closed at the day's high, which is very, very bullish. That's why now we're seeing that the buying momentum continue. Let me see if I can zoom this out so that we can see it. So now we're seeing this momentum, the buying momentum continue. Now Cardano is basically right now it is trading over this 50 days moving average. But my target price is right at around 215. If it can stabilize and trade over 215, then we're definitely looking at Cardano is ready for this next bull run. I mean, this thing has been kind of like slow, while most other blockchain crypto like Solana, Polkadot, AVAX, I mean, all been running up a lot. So I do expect Cardano to make this major run up in price to make up for the late entry into this like bull run here. So I mean, I've been even though the price has been retracing, but I'm very bullish with Cardano. I've been accumulating a lot, and now I mean my target price. I mean the max was like a $2. So far right now, I'm kind of like sitting still because yesterday the price popped all the way from like below $2 to 215 right now, almost 215. So I mean, Cardano is a great project. Just have to be patient with this. Remember, this is not a shit coin. You know, if you have a shit coin and then when you see it doesn't do anything, then you should be worried about it. But with Cardano, you shouldn't have to. Daniel, hello. Uh, Brother Bryant, what's up? Del Preston. Yes, today is definitely a good day. And let's see. Um, Look at the graph. I mean, yesterday I uploaded a video about the graph. I don't know if anybody have watches. I mean, if anybody buy it, the graph is this thing is good. It's ready. It's running out. It's breaking out of this really nice cup and handle here. Uh, my target, I forgot exactly what. Yeah, my target should be around like $2. So the graph is up about 5% right now. NKN is doing well. I mean, I was gonna do an update, but I've been too busy. And V change, I think V change already hit like 17 cents, and I forgot exactly what my target price for V change, but it already hit the first. Okay, yeah, it's like over 17 right now. I forgot. I mean, 26 or something like that. Yeah, V change is doing really well. I mean, NKN is doing well. One thing about NKN is it make a major pop and then retrace and then gonna do another major pop again. This sort of thing like that. Jose, who is Napoleon Macro? Macro. I don't know who that is, but that's thank you, thank you. Worm, hello, how are you? All right, I'll talk about Dogecoin in a little bit, but Shiba. Um, I think I last did an update for Shiba was like a few days ago, and so far I've been very accurate with Shiba. One thing I believe is like right now Shiba is going to be trading sideways for a while. I would say at least I don't know 4 or 6 weeks because Shiba spiked up a lot, and Shiba spiked up a lot, and now it has to go through this consolidations, try to get the Bollinger Band to contract before we can think about Shiba run up again. Um, because when the Bollinger Band is still too wide like this, I mean, there's not enough momentum is being built. What I mean by momentum is like after the spike up, all of the buyer, I mean, most of the buyer who wanted to buy already bought. Now you are looking at the phase where these buyers are taking profit. So we have this retracement, and then next we have the consolidation, and that's why it's really tough to see this spike up. So Shiba is going to be boring for a while. Almost every one of these coins are doing great. Anchor, I mean, this is almost like throwing. Yeah, everything is doing great. Um, Anchor is doing good. I mean, when you look at Anchor right now, it is forming out. It almost every one of these guys are building this like cup and handle here. So Anchor, I mean, look like it's trying to break out, and this should take it. Let's just do a quick. I think I already did that here. I have a target for this guy here, which is right at around like 23 cents or something like that. Volume, look at the volume. I mean, all of a sudden volume spike up a lot. So all of the altcoins are doing really good. By the way, can you guys still hear me? Because I'm not sure what happened, but in my computer, it's saying that there is some sort of like connection issue. So let me know if you can still hear me. Am I still live? Let me know if you can hear me, okay? Oh, thank you, Danielle. Yes, I appreciate that. I'm not sure what happened, but I got this message from YouTube that bad connection or something like that. All right. All right. Let's see. Cardona. No, I have to look into that. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk it down. Yes, thanks. I'll take a look at that. All right. Um, I remember about 2 months ago during a live stream, I talked about OMG network. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. And I've been too busy. I forgot to do a video about OMG. But when I first talked about OMG, when it was trading at around $8, I don't know if anybody bought AMG or not. No, OMG. But this thing is definitely on fire. Um, After I talk about OMG, it spiked up to about $20, retracing a little bit. But look at it, it's building out another huge cup and handle here. And now it's broke out. So OMG could potentially run up a lot more. AC money, how many coins do I have? You mean like nickel, dime, quarter, and stuff like that? I have a lot of those. I'm just kidding. I do have quite a few. Yes, I mean, and let's see what else here. Everybody's really quiet, huh? All right. Yeah, Shiba, like I mentioned earlier, I think Shiba would probably gonna be like very quiet for a while. So right now it is still trading below this 10-day moving average, which is this red line. And as long as, and also when you look at this, I mean, it is still trending within this downward channel. So until there is some major news, let's say if Robinhood announced they would be listing Shiba, then we may see a spike. But I still don't believe that even with that major news, we would see another run up in price. I mean, it already ran up so much. It has to consolidate and build momentum to support another run up. So, I mean, that is my expectation for Shiba right now. And the retracement is a good opportunity for anybody who want to get in. But one of the thing about Shiba is the market cap of Shiba is getting very high right now. I believe it is right at around like 30 billion or something like that. But look at the market cap for Shiba. Yes, I mean the market cap for Shiba is 30 billion right now. And anything that is over 30 billion, it's going to be a lot tougher to run up. I mean, it's going to be very hard to have the 10x run. Um, we had that because Shiba was the Shiba market was the because the market cap for Shiba was low. but now it is getting up there. So it's going to be tougher. And I mean, when you look at this Bollinger Band here, look at this. It is way, way overextended. It's almost impossible to have another spike up in price like that. It has to get to the point where it can track like this. So there's still, that's why I say at least another like 4 weeks or so to consolidate. All right, let's talk about Dogecoin. Yeah, Doge is definitely making a move right now. Okay. I mean, so far, my crystal ball, I mean, it seemed to it seemed to work really well. I mean, we talk about those would like spike up and then test the 30 cents. I mean, that's exactly what it did. And then now, the nice thing is we see that spike up in price. And similar to Cardano, I mean, the buying momentum is that. And also another thing, when you look at like Dogecoin, I mean, it continued to trend upward. This support trend line, those has been able to ride this trend line really well. I mean, every time when the price dropped below that, it bounced right back up. That is a good sign. I mean, even though we've been kind of like frustrated because we saw Shiba as well as almost every other coin spike up so much, and then those hasn't really lived up to expectation yet, but looks like it is trying. Now, if you look at this candle for today, those is trying to trade over the yellow line, which is the 200 days moving average. If it can trade over that and stabilize over that, that is an extremely bullish sign because then those would be trading over, I mean, all of the major moving averages, the 200 days, the 10 days, and then the 50 days. I mean, a couple of days ago, I was concerned that the direction of this red line, which is the 10-day, was trending down. But now with the spike up in price, we see the 10 days reverse direction right now. That is a very good sign. So those is definitely making a move right now. Lean, what do I think about Seller? I love Seller Network. I mean, it's been in consolidation. There is absolutely nothing wrong with Seller. And the reason I haven't done an update for Seller because it's really hard to say about Seller right now. I mean, all it does is it going through this sort of like consolidations. If you guys look at the video I did before, I mean, I said that after the spike up, I said expect this sort of like consolidations and this area, which is the consolidations range that I have, which is right at around like 11.8 to about 17. Every time when it dropped below that, it bounced within this. The key is, see right now, Seller is still trading below this red line, which is the 10 days moving average. So there is nothing to talk about Seller until I see some sort of a signal that indicates a major reversal in price. So Seller is in consolidations, and now, I mean, it is trading less than 12 cents. It is a perfect time to accumulate because I was accumulating even like below 17 cents. Now, I mean, I continue to accumulate more Seller. Look at Seller market cap. It is less than 1 billion. Let's see what it is right now. It's Seller, Seller network. It's like 700 million. It's very, very low. So accumulate and just let it sit there. It will run. And the minute when it runs, you will see it will run something like this again. Seller does exactly the same as Matic. And if you look at Polygon Matic, Polygon has a market cap of, let's see, 12 billion. So Seller definitely has a lot more room to run up. Also, another thing, since we're looking at Seller, I mean, looking at this, look at this candle right now. This candle, this is a long-legged doji. Definitely something worthwhile to look at, because if Seller closed in this nice and green candle today, which is this section, this one here, this candle here, right now, if Seller close up, that would be the confirmation signal that we're looking for, because normally when you have this sort of like a long-legged doji, it's an indications that Seller, and I mean basically buying, let me try to say this again. Selling pressure and buying support are kind of like equal. So right now it is what we call is like indecisiveness. And this is the confirmation signal. If we have like a red candle, this would be an indication that the seller basically win, and then we would expect to see more retracement. But if we see a very nice green candle like what we're seeing right now, this is an indication that now the buyer, they are taking control and they are pushing the price up. So if we see seller close green like this, and then the following day, if it can trade over this 10 days moving average. So the key price is right at about 12 cents. If seller trade at or above 12 cents for the next couple of days, then we're looking at this possibly the bottom, and then we're going to see this reversal in price. I'll do an update for seller, given the fact that I mean, this definitely a this candle here could potentially be signal this reversal. AC Money, can you come out with a video that talks about what would you buy to start out if you had 10,000 to work with? Hmm. Jose, where can you buy seller? I buy seller from crypto.com. So if you sign up for crypto.com, you can buy seller network there. And I mean, if you follow, if you are a regular to my channel, you know how much I love seller network. Extremely undervalued, has a lot of potential. And the nice thing is, I mean, this thing is very, very tightly integrated with Polkadot. And Polkadot has been on fire. Look at Polkadot. Yes, I have to do another update for Polkadot. I mean, the reason I haven't done an update, because if you look at the latest video that I did for Polkadot, right now the price action is very much, it's been following exactly how I had predicted or anticipated. So that's why there's many of this, like I haven't do an update, because what's the point? I mean, just say, hey, last time when I did it, this is what I said, and now it's doing exactly the same thing. So that's why I haven't done this. The same thing with like ICP. I don't know if Internet Computer. Internet Computer, I uploaded a video like 2 or 3 days ago. And if you watch that video that I uploaded, I mean, Internet Computer is very much doing exactly how we predicted. So I have this very old and reliable crystal ball. So far, it is working out really well. So that's why I haven't done an update for this guy yet. Um, But ICP is definitely reversing direction right now. Uh, this thing is running up. I'm looking at ICP to run at least, I mean, to about like to retest its $86 before it retraces a little bit. And also ICP has been underperformed for a while, so it will make up the losses. Where is Ginger? I don't see Ginger. I thought she was going to join us today. BitTorrent, yeah, BitTorrent had been slow, but it's gonna pop. I mean, I talk about this very unusual accumulation here. Look at the volume, and now I mean it's starting to trend up. Here, look, and yeah, I will definitely do an update for BitTorrent. I would say like tomorrow. I mean, because now when you look at this indicator, I mean they're looking really really nice. Um, Look at the 10 day over the 50 days. Now it's over the 200 days, and the 50 days trending up. It's very close to like intersect the 200 days. So now, I mean, you're looking at this like golden cross here, transformation from to a golden cross. So I do expect BitTorrent to run up a lot, especially with this huge accumulation. I think like smart money, they were accumulating BitTorrent when the price was trading kind of like sideways for like about 10 days. And after that, you can see, I mean, you see the volume slow down and then the price started trending up. It's almost like when they were accumulating, they keep on holding the price down. And the minute they finish, they are letting the price go up again. Mohammed, how are you? All right. Here is one of the trick that I use. Okay. I mean, normally when I sell and when I buy back. So let's see if we can pick something out. Um, let's look at like Solana because Solana has been running up a lot. Normally, I mean, I look at a lot of indicators. I look at like the volume, I look at like the stochastic. The Bollinger Band is very, very critical. So when you look at the Bollinger Band, you have to have the Bollinger Band contract before you can have this sort of like spike up. When it spike up, if you're familiar with charting, then you can at least guesstimate how what is the target. And then once it get to the target, sometime the momentum can push it way, way higher than that. Normally, what I see before I started to sell is what? When you look at this Bollinger Band and when the price spike up, the minute the price get outside of the upper band, just like what we're seeing right now, outside of the upper Bollinger Band, then all of a sudden you see this sort of like rejection, a red candle, and a long-legged red candle like this definitely indicates that's it, guys. I mean, this run is pretty much out of steam. Why? Because you see the momentum pushing the price up, but at this price level here, there's a lot of selling, meaning that a lot of people they set the sell price at this and they drive the price down. And then after that, you see the price trade inside of this Bollinger Band again. So that normally a good sign to take something off the table. And now, when you have this sort of retracement, the rule of thumb is what? That's why you see a lot of those, I mean, YouTubers, they love to use like Fibonacci retracement. Normally, the retracement is you look at like the low before this run up in prey. I mean, just draw this Fibonacci. Typical retracement is around 50%. Sometimes it could drop as low as 61.8 or even like 78.6%. But normally right at around like the 50% is that is when I start accumulating. So for me, I do not buy during this run up. That's my number one rule. Never chase after the bull. Just have the patience to wait for the price to retrace. And then once I see the retrace to about 50% retracement, that when I slowly accumulate. Because I know sometimes when I accumulate at this point, it could still drop more. But the thing is like there's no way that you can predict precisely at what price point would be the bottom. All we know is there is a range. So just accumulate a little bit at a time. I mean, so if it ever dropped down to about 78.6%, then it will bounce. And then the minute it bounced, the same thing happened. Now you run up like that. So now when you look at Solana, I mean, it's starting to trade outside of the upper of the Bollinger Band now. And now you see this red candle. I mean, this is an indication of a possible reversal in price here. And if I look at Solana right now, if I apply the same kind of like, hold on. So if I look at it's consolidated low right here, no, actually low at this point. So you're looking at, I mean, there's a good possibility that Solana could retrace down to about the 210, 205 level here. Sometime, I mean, we think that, hey, Solana make this nice run up to about like almost 270. We tend to think that, hey, man, this thing is going to 300. It will never drop down to like the 210. But trust me, it will, because this precisely happened around the September timeframe when Solana ran to about 220. Everybody was saying that, oh man, this thing is going to run up a lot more. It will never drop. And I remember I did a video. I said that, well, hey, I'm not going to buy anything until Solana dropped below 160. Everybody was laughing at me. But the thing is, nothing goes up forever. I mean, that's how it works. It run up, then you have people who bought in at this very low price. They are going to take profit. And when they take profit, it will retrace. And then the minute it hit that 50% or 60% retracement, the people who sold, I mean, trader who sell at this price here, they slowly accumulate again. And when they do that, you see the price stabilize. And then it will run up again. And then the same cycle happen again. So that's what it is, Mohammed. Normally I charge people a lot of money for that. But for you, it's free. So, I mean, this is just a rule of thumb. And if you don't believe me, I mean, we can let's look at another one. Hey, we look at Cardano, right? All right, let's take a look at Cardano. Same thing. I mean, here, look at Cardano. Let me get rid of this Bollinger Band first so that we can look at this. So, here, Cardano started this run up around like the first of the year, spike up to 246. Guess what? After that, it retraced. And if you look at like applying the same sort of like Fibonacci retracement here, From 246, it dropped down to about $1. That is 61.8% retracement. See, it did not run all the way up like that, but it does retrace. And then if we look at like after that, the price stabilized, and then it make another run up to 3/10. Then what happened? Retrace. And now we apply the same kind of like Fibonacci thingy. What do you have right at this point here, which is right at around like $1.80? It dropped all the way to that 61.8% retracement. So guys, I mean, history does repeat itself. That is how, I mean, you can not time it, but at least be able to look at this and say, hey, it's ran up, now it's running too much. And also another thing to look at is like when it run up like this, the Bollinger Band get way overextended. And let plug the Bollinger Band back in. That when you know that it's ready to drop. See here, the Bollinger Band contracted. It's very tight right now. Look at the width of the band. After that, it popped. The Bollinger Band extended. And now, at this point, I mean, look at the Bollinger Band here. See how wide the width of the band is. And if you also looking at like the stochastic oscillator, at this point, guess what? Way overbought. So now, I mean, this thing, it was running on theme. It has to retrace. And when it retraces, you see the Bollinger Band contract. And the minute it contract enough, meaning that there has to be enough momentum built before you can see this sort of like pop. And what I mean by when I say momentum is this here. It's, I mean, when you see the price, it's a matter of like supply and demand, or buyer and seller. Here you have a lot of buying momentum, and now you have a lot of selling pressure. The price continue to drop. The minute anyone who want to sell, kind of like done with selling, that is when you have like, when you buy without selling pressure, that's when the price basically spike up. And that's what I mean by like the um like the all this momentum. And the same thing happened here after that spike up. The Bollinger Band get like way overextended. And if you look at like the stochastic oscillator, way overbought. So it has to retrace. And then it retrace, Bollinger Band contract. Now it get to the point where lots of momentum is being built up, or people who want to sell is already pretty much done with selling. And now you see this sort of like reversal in price. That how it is. I mean, seriously, TA is very simple. But and but the thing is, like, sometimes if you watch like other YouTubers, I mean, to be honest, I hate to say this, and you guys may not like me when I say that, but sometimes when I watch other YouTubers doing technical analysis, because they tend to use so much of these like buzzwords, all those technical terms. To be honest, I mean, after I watched their video, I was like, what the F is this guy talking about? It absolutely makes no sense. All they do is talk about like Fibonacci, swing up, swing down. At the end of the day, I mean, you get all confused. That's what it is. But TA is actually very simple. And if you watch my video, I try to explain it in such a way that it's easy to explain. I mean, what is the point in watching a TA video that after you get done watching, you're like scratching your head and say, what is this guy talking about? So that's what it is. I mean, when you look at this, it's really simple. TA is just looking at like how price move in the past and trying to predict the future. All right. Last Monday, I talked a little bit about some of these new coins. One of the new coins that I bought like a couple of days ago. All right. This is the guy. It's called Hero Essence. Basically, what they do is and they just started trading like a couple of days ago. Yeah, started trading yesterday. I bought yesterday. I was lucky enough to buy. I think I paid like $1.50 or something like that. After that, it spiked all the way up to about 4.50, and then it retraced. But it's kind of like stabilizing right now. Right now, it's trading at like 2.50. Why do I like this? This is what they do here. So I just want to show you guys. Hero Essence token. Website. All right. They are building this really cool looking game. Okay, play to earn kind of a deal. I mean, I spent some time looking at this. I am really impressed because I love Axie Infinity. I mean, and when you see Axie Infinity basically ran from nothing to look at what is the market cap for Axie Infinity right now. Axie Infinity market cap right now is 9 billion. So let's say if you buy into them when they first traded, which is like November 2020, 26 cents. Now it is like 151. I mean, if you have $1,000, this you would retire right now. So that's why I've been trying to look for kind of like similar, quote unquote, possible Axie kind of a project. And I like this a lot because when I look at the game, the structure, I mean the graphic, all that stuff, it's really really good. And the cool thing is, let's look at their Twitter. In 3 days, they will release the game. So I believe that once they release the game, right here, game release mid-November. And I remember, like, I look at, when I was doing research, I look at the one of the tweet in 2 or 3 days. That's when they will release the game. And I do believe, like, when they release this game, the price would definitely spike up. So, but one other thing is, I mean, this sort of like new project, if you hit it right, it could be like the Dogecoin. I remember, like I remember I first bought Dogecoin at point 0.7 of a penny. Right now, the market cap is only 2 million. See this? Just imagine if this guy can run to 200 million, which is still way way less than Axie Infinity. That's 100x here. And if this can go to a 2 billion, that's 1000x. So that's what I want to, I want to share with you guys because I really like this thing. I don't know if they have a. Let me see here. Yeah, in 3 days. This is the one here. Heroverse official game will be launched at 7 a.m. UTC November the 11th, 3 days from now. This is like play and earn with Heroverse. So in 3 days. So right now, I mean, I'm selling my shoes, selling my jeans, selling everything I have. I'm just kidding. But I am accumulating this thing here. Every time when the price drop below 250, I buy a little bit more, a little bit more. And I mean, it's this is like a calculated gamble, I guess. Because of two, I mean, if you look at it like this, with the structure behind this and their partners, I mean, lots of partners. I mean, this is definitely an indication that these guys are very real. It's not like one of those shit coin. So, and this sort of like project, which is like play to earn, like Axie Infinity, they can create their own ecosystem, and it could definitely. That's one of them. The second one that I've also been investing in is like those Dash. Same thing. Um, this is a really nice project. Uh, let me uh, let me show you guys their website. This is a game and play to earn. This is the demo here, and they're going to release this game later on. So what you do is like, and it's just like what is it like Mario game, Mario Brother or something like that. So you collect. It's cute. I think it's going to be very popular, and given the fact that they will release the game around December, I do expect the price to run up. And if you look at like the chart, look at this. It's been very stable. I mean, very steady increase. So definitely momentum is there. Thomas, there are thousands of cryptocurrency in the market. Not all are going to. You are absolutely correct. I mean, I compare crypto just like penny stocks. And when you look at penny stock, I would say at least 90 to 95% of the penny stocks are just like pump and dump. The same thing with this like crypto. They are, I mean, most of them, I would say 90% are the up coin. Okay. They are like those like pump and dump coins. But the thing is like, I mean, let's say I look at like those dash or this like hero verse. I mean, you have to do your due diligence. First of all, when you look at, I mean, you read their white paper, basically their roadmap, and then you look at the people behind them, all of that stuff. I mean, it kind of like give you an indications whether or not they are for real or not. A lot of these guys are horrible. I mean, even look at like I know those. All right, let's look at like Elon, which is those more. I mean, look at this coin. All right, it has a market cap of 1 billion. But when you look at like their website and read the white paper, and that's why I don't buy those long. I know a lot of people like it. Hey, people like it. They buy it. They buy it. That's why the price goes up. But I don't, because when I look at this here, I mean, to be honest, I have no idea what these guys are trying to do. It's all about like hype. That's it. There's nothing behind those long ma that's why I don't buy this guy. Even those, I mean, when you see the price spike up a lot, and it's kind of like make me feel like, hey, maybe I should jump in. But when I when I go through and do my due diligence, I don't like it. There's nothing in here. I mean, all this like bull crap. They all based on the hype with Elon Musk. At least some other game. And this here is a game. And when you have a game that is addictive, like Angry Bird or whatever it is, I mean, you can create a community around that, so it will thrive. The same thing with this guy here. I mean, this sort of like gambling, but I don't go for like the baby doge and the that sort of thing, because there has to be something behind that. So normally when I look at this new coins, I go through and read their white paper, and also find out who is behind, who is the founder and the team behind that. I mean, look at like those lawn, all right. I mean, when you try to figure out who is behind it, you got like some yeah, I can't even like bring it up about. Let's click this. See, this is basically what it is here. I am those long Mars. Join me, and together we will reach the stars. And then look at like tokenomic here. That's it. 50% donated to Vitalik Buterin. I mean, this is the same. It's a copy from like what is a Shiba Inu? What is it here? That's it. This is Dozlon Ma. I mean, what is this? And why this thing has a market cap of 1 billion? I mean, seriously, what? There's no partner. I mean, you don't even know who's behind it. Maybe they're not doing anything, because right now those Lon Ma beside the coin, they don't have anything. You cannot do anything with that. It's just a whole bunch of like hype. That's it. There's nothing. I mean, these are the kind of thing that, to be honest, is worry me. But you're right, Thomas. I would say at least 95% of these things are just garbage, like upcoin. So, but some of you guys probably hate me, because I know a lot of people buy into like those Lon Ma. That's why the market cap is very high. Um, and there's so many of them. I mean, when you look at this here, you go through this every day. Look at like the new coins. Let's see here. Recently added. I mean, you got like so many of this coin. Hey, look at this Shiba Chu. What the hell is that? And then you look at the website. Look at this. All right, this is like Shiba Chu. It is absolutely garbage. It has nothing. I mean, doesn't even have a white paper. They don't even tell us like, what do they plan to do? And yet it is up like 37%. I mean, all this is garbage. Like uh Sitzu Inu, what the hell is that? If you look at that, go to their website. Sitzu Inu. I mean, it's just garbage. This is, all these people, they're copying from like, Upshot. Well, one of the things is like, hey, you're right. I mean, it go to the moon because people buying it. But one thing we have to keep in mind is like, this is a zero sum game. I mean, people have to buy in at this price for you to sell it. So there's always, for every winner, there's a loser. That's right, Pac-Man. Hey, live streaming has to be fun, right? So But hey guys, let me go back to my the one I like. Uh, so just so you know now, Doge Dash is one that I like. This thing has potential, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to be right. It just and also when you look at like the way that the chart, I mean, it's very consistent. So there's definitely this momentum. You don't have this sort of like this. All right. So um, so if by the end of this year, after those dads release their game, and if they are popular, and Hero Essence, if they release their game and if they are popular, that's it. No more with Maximum YouTube. I'll move to Florida and and become a beach bum because I do have a lot of money in these two new coins. They could be shit coin. I mean, you never know. So I could lose it all, but hey, it's just like going to the casino. But I do think that these two guys are definitely gonna do well. So far, I am already making money with this guy. I pay like $1.50. Now he's. I was tempted to take 50% off last night when it went all the way up to about 250, but I didn't. The reason is like the market cap is just so low. It's not even worth it to take off. Just let it sit there. I mean, I do believe by this time, I would say after they release the game, there's a very good potential for the market cap to go by at least another zero. So, so I am pumped. I mean, all right, let's go back to these. See, Ada Cardano is looking really good. It's let's see here. As long as this thing can close over the 50 days moving average, I mean, it's going to be in really really good shape. I am sixth, finally. Hey, where have you been? Vidan Chandra, VChain, please. You're late. I talked about VChains earlier. VChains is doing really great. I mean, so far it met my first target of 17 cents, and it's on its way to reach the next target. High crypto network. Hey, what's good? Hey, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. And high crypto network. Wow. Look at the graph. See, guy, look at the graph. The graph is like, it's pumping right now. It's up almost 7%. $1.21. Holy crap. Let's see here. I forgot exactly what my targets for the graph. I uploaded right here the graph just yesterday. $2, guy. $2 plus. That's my target for the graph. Because yesterday when I was looking at the chart, I mean it's been riding this 10 days moving average. And it was ready to pop over the top of this cup here. I mean it was building this cup and handle. Now it's breaking out. So it should go to about $1.50 first, and I believe the momentum will push it way up because the the time frame that it takes to build this cup is fairly long. It's like 2 months. Yeah, so now the graph is definitely pumping. And the graph has been also been underperformed as well. I mean, when you look at the graph around like May, it's no, actually around like the middle of February, it make this huge spike from about like 20 cents all the way to $3. But then the thing is like the faster it goes up, I mean, it could go down as quick as well, and that's what happened. Then it gave up most of it and retraced down to about 40 cents, and after that, pretty much traded sideways. And the problem is when it was doing this, everybody was counting it out. I know a lot of people sell at a loss just to get out because they were afraid that the grab would goes down to nothing. But that's not the case. Then it been trading sideways, see, for such a long time. And one of the thing is the longer it takes to consolidate, which that's what the graph has been doing. Now, once it start busting out, we will see this sort of move. That's what I believe is going to happen. VDAN seller network, I will do a video likely tomorrow. I mean, I need to do an update for that a long time. Uh, so the graph is a good project because this is like the Google of crypto. As blockchain, as crypto get more and more popular, the graph would be popular as well because it basically indexed the blockchain. And I mean, hey, the more people using blockchain, reporting is definitely a requirement. So you need the graph. Let's see what else here. Polkadot is another project that I love. I mean, I like Polkadot because I love Seller, and Polkadot has been going like crazy. I think I started talking about Polkadot around 27 cents. That just like around August. I believe that was the first video that I did. And when you look at the chart, I mean, it been going up like vertically. And another nice thing is like if you buy the graph from Voyager, you don't have to do anything, and they pay like 12% interest a year. Well, when you look at Cellular right now, I mean, based on this sort of like retracement, so far it's only retraced by about 50%. I mean, could it drop down to about 9 cents, which is like 61.8% retracement? It could, but the probability is low. Okay, but it's definitely could. Even if it dropped to like 9 cents, it will stabilize and bounce up. I mean, that's that's what it is. When you look at like Cellular spike up and look at how long it take to consolidate from about like April all the way to September. So right now it may be different because we are in this bull market with Bitcoin is trending up like crazy. I mean, making a new high almost every day. So I do expect Cellular to reverse direction very soon. And earlier today, I mean, when we look at this candle yesterday, you see this long-legged doji. This could potentially be the reversal signal, And what we're looking for is for seller to be able to close in green today. And then the following day trade over this 10 days moving average. If we can see something like that, then there's a very high probability that we would have this sort of like a reversal in price. So that's seller. And the crazy thing is like Bitcoin. Look at this here. I mean, it continued to trend up. So most of the one that has been like slow performer, like ADA, I expect ADA to gonna start making this move. Right now, it's just starting, and normally when you look at like just like before, when it's first starting to run up, you don't see a lot. I mean, you don't see a lot of like major bust in price. But after that, you're gonna see this sort of like spike when volume pick up. I mean, look at this, very similar, very like short wicks. You know, the candle look very short, and now you're starting to see this uh, spike up now. These one will run up to make up for its being underperformed. That is one of them. I mean, I think like guys like BitTorrent would also do the same thing. Seller, NKN is definitely crazy. I mean, this thing can run like 40% a day. Look at this here. Look at um, now. Quan is another one that I expect it to reverse very soon because of this combination of these two candle here. So right now I'm just waiting for Quan to be able to trade over the 10 days moving average. And my kind of like target is right around like 270, 275. If it can stabilize that over that, then we'll look at Quan will bounce. I mean, this is a great project. And right now the price is at around 250. It's a good price to accumulate. And look at the Bollinger Band. I mean, this thing is forming out very nicely. And another thing is when you look at like since it started this run, see the retracement so far for Quan is only about 50%. So looks like maybe at 50%, that could be the bottom right now. And 4 days ago, I mean, the price dropped all the way down to about 236. But after that, we see buyers step in, and then the price bounce right back up. Then you have this really nice, um, what was it like, hammer. And then the following day, we have the confirmation signal here. So I do believe that 236 is the bottom, and we will see the reversal in price very soon. I am sixth. I don't know anything about lip spring. I have to look at that, and then maybe during the next live stream, I will go over that. Wow, look at the graph, up 8%. Man, this thing is it is running like crazy. Let me look at like the hourly chart. Wow, look at the value. This is the hourly chart. The graph is on fire. Look at that. Look at that. It's running. Go done. How are you, man? Are you making money or what? Look at the graph. It's moving like crazy. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of volume that I like to see with Dogecoin. But not sure what's going on with Dogecoin. I mean, it's trending up. But then very low volume. And that's the problem. When you have low volume, you don't have that sort of major spike up. This thing is moving like a turtle here. So yeah, Doge is it's moving slow, but it is definitely making progress. Right now, it's just like a little gun shy in trying to stay over this yellow line, which is the 200 days moving average. Hopefully, it will. Um, wow, the graph is just like flying here. Yeah, see, it definitely broke out. Blue Beach. Yes, hopefully the Doge can wake up tonight and pop. We need that. You know the guy, the Dogecoin millionaire. We need him to buy like a whole bunch. We need to get the volume up. Um, let's see what else here. Even like Ethereum Classic is starting to bounce as well. I mean, this thing has been underperformed for such a long time, but he is. I mean, still forming out this really nice symmetrical triangle here, and yeah, I mean, look at the yeah, I mean the Bollinger Band, very tight. And now he is riding the 10 days as well as the 50 days. And he just crossed over the 200 days. I mean, Ethereum Classic is going to make a major move up soon. Um, if it can cross over the resistance of this, I will do a video on Ethereum Classic. Falling wedge, broke out, stabilizing, and now making a move up here. But the volume is still low, so um, ADA is moving up. I mean, it's trading at 215, which is right above the 50 days moving average. I mean, that's a good sign. This is another one that I like because I mean, when you look at this chart, when was the last time that like ADA was able to trade over the 50-day? That was like a long, long time ago, right at this point. And if we look at the past, the minute ADA was able to trade over the 50 days, that was around August. And after that, the minute we have the 10 days cross over the 50-day, then ADA went on this massive bull run. Right now, the 10 days reverse direction. So I would say another like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 days. If ADA continue to trade over 215, then we would have this crossover. The 10 days would then cross over the 50 days. I mean, this is the same kind of like a pattern here. Then I do expect to see this sort of like major run up again. Hey, Ivan. So you're late. I talked about BTT earlier. Is there enough volume to keep the pump going? Which crypto are you referring to? Are you referring to the entire crypto sector? Or are you referring to Bitcoin? Are you referring to Cardano? Oh, by the way, does anybody have this like the Crow coin? This is the crypto.com coin. Man, this thing has been like running up like crazy. Brad, you're welcome. Bitcoin. You know, one thing about Bitcoin is it has been making a fool out of me. I mean, the last time I predicted the crash, so I was very good with Bitcoin. I predicted this flash crash, that was good. But since then, I mean, I was concerned. I mean, I was worried about the fact that the volume was low, and yet Bitcoin continued this like run up in price. So I was expecting some sort of like retracement. And at this point, I was expecting to see Bitcoin run, I mean, retrace to like below 50,000. But it dropped only to about 56 and bounced right back up. So far, I mean, Bitcoin is just like the Energizer Bunny. It keep on chugging along even on very low volume. So I don't know. It could be that people are not selling. All you have is people buying. And I mean, look at the chart right now. It's already broke, cross over the prior high. And normally when that happened, I mean, we would expect to see the upward momentum continue at least for a while. Because the key is the Bollinger Band. I mean, you look at the Bollinger Band, it's expanded here. But then while this thing trading up, the Bollinger Band also reversed direction. So in a way, even though it was trending up, it was also in consolidation because the band continued to get tight. And right now, I mean, it just broke out and the band just expanded. So it's almost like it's starting over here. So I do expect to see this thing continue to go up. I mean, there isn't anything about the Bollinger Band that is telling me that it is ready. I mean, or it's way, way overextended. So, yeah, I mean, so Bitcoin has made a fool out of me. So right now, I'm not touching Bitcoin, man, you know? Tommy, what do I think about Jasmine? I will do a video about that. because I believe, oh, and Jasmine. I think Jasmine is, I don't know whether or not they're the same as NKN or what. I mean, but it's this guy. It's been trading sideways for a long time, and when you have, I mean, the longer it takes to consolidate, the minute it pop, you would expect to see a lot more. Um, so also another thing, see here, this is what I talk about BitTorrent. Jasmine is the same thing. You see, wow, the price was like traded like sideways, very tight trading range. But look at the volume, huge volume. So this is definitely an indication that like smart money they are accumulating and they are keeping the price in check while they are buying, accumulating. And the minute they finish accumulating, you see the volume slow down and then they let the price rise. I mean, this is the same thing as like BitTorrent. I will do a video about this. Jasmine, this is a very good project as well. And when you look at this and then compare to BitTorrent, very similar. BitTorrent, we have to look at like the 1 hour chart so that we can really see the kind of like volume. Yeah, hard to see here, but right at this point here, you see this huge accumulation because prior to that, there's no volume. And then they were keeping the price very much on this tight trading range. Now they are done with accumulating because you see the volume drop off significantly, and then they let the price slowly going up. Same thing as Yasmi. So I expect BitTorrent to pop big time too. So by the way, if if I have like a Twitter account, normally when I spot a trend, I tend to tweet. I remember I tweet about like the graph just a couple of days ago. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, I think you guys should. Oh my God, Chua, been a long time. How are you? I thought you abandoned me. See, when we look at those, the problem is volume. I mean, volume is still very, very low. That's why it is moving very slow right now. But it is definitely making progress. I mean, slowly moving, but trending upward. Yes, the guy who owns Tron owns BTT as well. And I did, I used to do some video about Tron as well. So, oh, okay. So you've been watching, right, Chua? That's good. I think what happened is like those has reached a market cap that is relatively high. And then what happened is when the market get up to over 30 billion. It's just a lot tougher to run out. I mean, that's how I see it. Sure, are you? I don't think the seller want the price low. Short seller, yes, short seller, they want the price low because short seller, they short when the price is high like that, and they buy back when the price is low, so they can make money. I mean, when you look at like the Barry Super 3x fund, I mean, it's still alive. Oh, you welcome. But this is like the 3x short Dogecoin token. This is the Barry Super short fund. This is the short seller. I mean, they sell to push the price down. But the people who want to sell, it's kind of confusing. So let's say if I own Doge and I want to sell Doge, I definitely want to see the price goes up so I can make a profit. Yeah, short seller. That's what it is. Yeah, Solana ran up a lot. So we may see some sort of like a retracement. Yeah. But Bitcoin is definitely, I mean, it's continued to go up. And that's good. um Avalanche Avalanche also, I mean, has been running up a lot as well. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's making money right now, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see what else here. There are just so many coins, so many new projects. I mean, it's really hard to keep track of all of them. Do I think NKN is a buy? Well, first of all, I mean, I'm not supposed to kind of like advise people to buy or sell, but NKN is a great project. Um, Broke out of this like inverted head and shoulder, pretty much ran to my target price here on 74, and now it's just consolidate. It's gonna run up again. I think My target is like 2 plus or something like that, over $2. I forgot. I did a video on the NKN just like a couple of days ago. But NKN definitely is looking bullish. What I like about NKN is it's just like a couple of days ago when it popped. I mean, 40%. This thing is crazy. Yeah, I mean, would Bitcoin continue to run up? I mean, this thing would run up as well. But normally, the great time to buy is like during the consolidation phase, like this year. This is the best time to buy. But I mean, yeah, it's NKN is a good project. Let me see here. Zilliqa is also making a move as well. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, definitely Zilliqa. I mean, very soon you're gonna have this like golden cross. See, one other thing is like when you look at this golden cross, take a look at Bitcoin, and that's why I underestimated the power of the golden cross. When you look at Bitcoin, right here, this is the golden cross, transformed from a death cross to a golden cross. And after that, I mean, you see it's continued to spike up, despite the fact that the volume is not really there yet, but it continued to go up. You see that? So the minute when we see this sort of like golden cross, and as long as the 10 days moving average continue to trend up, expect the price to go up a lot. So that's why let's look at like Cardano. No, Cardano is already, I mean, the 50-day never dropped below. Let's look at I don't know which one. Dogecoin. See, right now, I mean, the gap is still a little bit. I mean, it's still wide, but the 50-day is reversing direction right now. We hope that when we have this golden cross, that would be huge. And look at NKN. Oh, look at the graph. All right. Here is the thing. That's why I am so bullish on the graph. See this here? Right here. This is the 50 days. This is the 200 days. In another couple of days, you're going to see this crossover right now. Golden cross. That's why now you're starting to see the price spiking. So the graph is going to go like that. Let's look at some other one. I do believe like ICP as well. No, ICP is too new. But one thing about ICP is what? The 10 days cross over the 50 days. That's also another very bullish indicator. So ICP, um, yeah, NKN. Oh yes, NKN. Look at NKN right here. Golden cross, 50 days crossover, and lead the yellow line, which is the 200 days. And after that, you see the price, woo, like that. How powerful that is. About a month ago, I remember I recommended this is stock, but I just want to show you the kind of like similarity. I look at SC. Yes, right at this point, right here, the 50-day white line crossover the 200 days. That when SC was trading at like 190. I recommended that, hey, if you have like 401k, you may want to consider. I mean, take a look at SC. In a matter of like since August until now, SC spiked up to as high as like 283. You see, that's vertical. That's what golden cross is. I mean, that's why it's important to kind of like know this sort of like basic indicators. Um, Let me just quickly go through and see if there's any other one that may have that sort of like. So NKN has a lot more room to run up, guys. Um, OMG, right here, crossover, and after that, you see this major spike. Well, I know a lot of people have Harmony One, right? That's when it was only at about 12 cents, and now it is trading at over 30 cents. Golden cross here. ONG as well. This guy's going to make a move soon too. Um, well, Solana. No, this is Sophie Technology, not Solana. Tron also has a golden cross here. Uh, V change. Oh yes, that's why V change has been spiking, guys. Look at this here. It just happened. So V change will run to 26 cents or whatever that is. I had in my target. I mean, I uploaded a video about V change not a few days ago. Let's see here, right here. I uploaded like 3 days ago. Oh no, 45 cents. That's my target price. Why? Because of this this here. V change has this golden cross. And then it broke out of this inverted head and shoulder here. Yeah, this is the neckline. Pop. Let's see what else here. Wing. All right, wing is also about to happen. Almost have this like golden cross here for wing. So wing can, yeah, wing looks good. Let me just go through this here. XL. I don't like I don't like XLIM Stellar. I mean, this thing it just like doesn't move at all. This is like a one of those like stable coin. XRP. Yeah, I mean, XRP has this crossover right here. Yeah, so it's on its way up here. Zilliqa, well, not yet, but once this happened here, that could be. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, Anchor is getting very close to have this golden cross here. No wonder why we're starting to see the price spiking up now. Let's see. All right, let me take a quick look at AMP here to see if there's anything here. Hmm. Well, I mean, AMP look like it's the 50 days reversing direction now. So, I mean, maybe another week or two before we see this sort of crossover. AMP is still trending upward. I don't follow AMP that often, so, but I mean, it looks okay. Let's see if I can spot something really quick here on the AMP. Let's see if yeah, I mean, this is the it's like a wedge that it was building. It broke out at this point. So I mean, just a quick rule of thumb. Let's see here. It should run up to about almost 10 cents. Yeah, I mean the build up is there. The 10 days crossover the 50 days. Now it's crossed over the 200 days. Yeah, after this big spike up, it's retraced. So it's very normal. Spike up, retrace, consolidate, continue to stay over the 10 day. It's going to bounce up again. This is AMP, AMP. But anyway, again, I think I'm going to call us. I am going to call this a night. I want to go and watch a movie and drink my glass of wine. But it's been fun. Bitcoin is up. Everything is up. Even Dogecoin is up. Let's see. Ethereum Classic, we just talked about it. I mean, it's up almost 10% now. It's making this major spike up here. Uh, let's see what else. ADA is up almost 2%. Wow. I mean, this is great. So, good night, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.